run for no gain. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Watson. Robinson's got it. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
And a double team, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
So after the INT, it's Allen throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Slings this deep from McLaurin, and that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
At the 20-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Watson. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
First down, Allen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback trying to throw the football. rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. The first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 7.
Here's Watson. Watson throws another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
At the 22-yard
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. A gain of 6 there on first.
to Curtis Samuel.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a move point there as they were able to connect. And outbounds all the way down at the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal. Allen. This is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Curtis Samuel. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box. Touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd down, Hilliard. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on third down, Watson. It's caught, Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Hilliard. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Ball carrier.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on fourth down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, sit there and kind of see the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. A false start backs them up 5. First and 15. They'll try the left side. Hilliard. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. And his throw is going to be incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
The Vikings on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 33. And his... Guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Allen going to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Watson now. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st down, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Incomplete.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Watson now to throw on 3rd down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 22.
Minnesota Vikings. 1st and 10.
2 minutes remaining in this first of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The ball carrier.
The tackle there by Fabian Moreau.
The 22-yard line.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll buy some time right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. To throw is Watson. And that will be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And it's no good. Elliott pulled it, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
2nd and 5 now. Allen. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And this offense continues to pour it on.
The extra point.
As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly coming. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw. Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench into what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Third and long. It's Watson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser. He's the culprit. Causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Breida to get the third quarter started. To the clear. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Breida, 87 yards. And the Falcons add on. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned, team's script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 34.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Hilliard. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Patrick Queen.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
36-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the run, this is Hilliard. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dontrell Hilliard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter.
42, Vikings 7. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. a give coming right is Breida. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They do go for it. Here's Allen. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
Falcons.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
First down, Atlanta.
Allen off the play fake. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
They'll run again with Hilliard. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Third down now. And those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Vikings on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 10. Watson. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this is incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Throwing on first down is Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Breida with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Falcons 56, Vikings 7. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing on second and long. Watson. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Here's Watson throwing on third and long. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down. Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. Pressure now. Watson, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back. Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And here's the 7th leading rusher in the NFL last year. It's Leonard Fournette. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Corey Littleton providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Throwing now is Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 9.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hilliard, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Blake Cashman on the tackle. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Again, here's Bernard. He's got daylight. 20, 10, 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Elliott good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team had, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So Allen's going to look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. He's got it at the 15. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 48 yards. Now 1st and 10 at the 11.
Final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up.